A no commentary version of this video can be found in the pinned comment in the comment section below. This video is intended as a game walkthrough. This is not a speedrun. All strategies in this video were made for consistency and success rate. Please watch the video to the end before trying any of these strategies for yourself.
I'll see you in the afterlife.
Hello everyone, this is a no save no death run of Red Dead Redemption 1 on Undead Nightmare difficulty, the DLC.
After months away, John Marston has returned to his loved ones. While trying to rebuild his ranch and win back the trust of his family, Marston awaits whatever life will throw at him. As he drives home one evening from an errand, he ponders whether a man can ever escape his past. He is a man who is ready for anything. Almost anything.
Damn.
Mother.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say, damn this awful son I've raised with his highfalutin ways, and his shame that his mother swears like a sailor and sews like a blind man. Is that better, your lordship?
Much better, Mother dearest.
Oh, good. I'm so glad, my darling. When you've finished your university education and are far too good to even acknowledge my existence when we pass on the street, and you gently kick me aside and begging old crow out of the way with your highly polished boot. Well, think of me kindly, at least, will you, my son?
I'll try to, Mother. I'll think, that woman I just kicked, that used to be my dear old potty-mouthed mom. Maybe I should bother to kick her harder.
Dear boy. Oh, I am so proud of you. Get off. Now, Father's here. Maybe he can beat some sense into you.
Something funny's going on out there. Damn dogs gone crazy and wolves howling and birds flying.
Well, it's just the storm, John.
Maybe. Uncle make it back yet?
I thought he was with you, off drinking in the fields. I mean, working, as you call it now.
He went into town a few hours ago after we busted that hammer working out in the meadow.
Well, he's probably holed up in some place of ill repute waiting for the passing of the storm.
I hope so.
Well, that old man can take care of himself.
I know. Just a funny feeling I got.
You gone psychic, Paul?
Either that or I ate something funny. Knowing your mother's cooking seems more than likely.
Well, talking about food, who's ready for some poisoning?
Me, my darling. I am starving. What you reading?
Just some book about monsters.
Tell me about it.
It's kind of dumb.
That should suit me just fine.
Well, it's all about, in ancient times, how Aztec warriors worshiped the sun. But during full moons, some of them worship the moon instead. And upset the equilibrium of things. So anyway, what it involves is, there's this one guy, and he goes out in search of his family. That leaves him all alone. So anyways, since there ain't no cure, the brave man has to kill everybody. Which is...
Absolutely disgusting and completely unbelievable. It's getting late. Guess we're not gonna see Uncle till morning.
Come on then, Abigail. Jack, get yourself to bed, boy. Try to get some sleep.
Ain't you worried about Uncle?
Sure, but he'll have to wait till morning just like any other man would in his shoes. Night, son. Don't stay up reading too late. You okay, old man? You don't look so good. What is going on? What the hell is wrong with you? Crazy old bastard!
Where you going? Where you going?
To get my gun.
Oh. Oh.
God damn it. Uncle! You dumb son of a bitch! Stop! What the hell have you been drinking? I can't believe I had to kill that poor bastard. Well... You okay, darling? You okay?
Oh,
Abigail. Abigail.
I don't feel so great.
Jack! Get out here! Now!
Good Lord, what's happened? Mama?
Careful, boy.
Mama? Ah, Mama!
Stay right there, the pair of you. Don't make me no widower now.
Wow, a lot of drama in one night. Anywho, so we're gonna throw the fucking rope at her, basically. Don't even worry about her hitting us, because, like, you know, like, the closer she is, it's still safe, honestly, because she takes a while before she hits. Same thing goes for Amberjack.
I'll treat you like one. Now, I don't know what the hell's gotten into you sick, crazy bastards or what Uncle's done to you, but I'm going to get help. Stay calm. As calm as you can, seeing as both of you seem to have gotten a little excited. Probably just a fever. Jack, be kind to your mother. Abigail, teach the boy right from wrong. Both of you. Stop biting chunks out of people. Be back as soon as I can. Guess I best go find me a doctor in town.
So, did that intro make any sense to you? Nope? Good, because it never was intended to be. So, yeah, Red Dead Redemption 1 Undead Nightmare is a scenario in Red Dead Redemption 1 where if you beat the game once, you can unlock this secret scenario, regardless of what difficulty you're playing on, where you will specifically be forced to fight the living dead, as you can see here. The combat in this is, yes, different, because it's now survivor horror. So there's some things, basically, believe it or not, that you could do without being penalized no longer, basically, in the game for doing in the main game. There's still shitty glitches like, you know, the fucking EOE attacks, Deadeye, you know, similar to the main game. But the combat is different and a little bit simple, thankfully, but I'll explain more in a minute. Save us! We're all going to hell! Everybody ran out of here in a hurry, pretty much, as you can see here.
Mr. Marston, sir! Marston! It's me!
Professor, what are you doing here? I thought you went back to Yale.
I did, but I came back for another round of research, and now all hell is quite literally broken loose.
What is going on?
Well, sir, I'm a man of science, a man of great learning, a thinker, a wise man, and I'll be honest with you, sir, I haven't got a fucking clue.
Well, ain't that dandy?
What should we do?
Well, I suggest we try to find other survivors, band together, and find a cure. Or fight to the death trying.
Well, that sounds great and all, but I'm just peachy. But I'm not sure that I'm not cut out for such shenanigans. I was thinking more that finding a horse and riding back to the civilized north at the speed of knots before writing a paper on the events from the comfort of my study. I'm a scientist after all, right? I mean, I can't do much science if I'm some bloodshot dervish's lunch, can I? Much as I would like.
Your sense of duty is very impressive, Professor. I'm gonna search the back street for survivors.
No, perhaps staying with you would be safer. Could you just wait a sec here, would you please? I'm going to wander down that lonely, deserted street and get my bag.
Wait, you should stay with me, Professor. You haven't got a gun.
Oh, no, it's okay. There's no need to worry. Everyone's already dead. I left my stuff with Mr. Nastas. You remember him. Indian fellow, dumb as bricks, but a good sort.
Okay. Well, meet me in a couple minutes.
Affirmative. A couple of minutes.
Yeah, this is the Year in Pain guy in the main game. But yeah, that just pretty much made no sense of a dialogue, but whatever. After this cutscene, please be aware of something.
Anyone here? Hello? Anyone here?
In here, mister.
Come out. It's okay. Come out. I don't bite. Bad joke. I mean, come out.
They got my family, mister.
And mine, I fear.
I saw my mama rip my daddy's face off and drink his blood. And they were happily married 20 years.
I'm sorry.
We were so glad to see my mama. Because she's been dead for 3 years from the smallpox.
Your mama was dead?
I saw her walk up onto the porch. And then boom! She ate my daddy. You weren't a bad man, mister. You weren't. Sure, he liked to drink, but he weren't bad. And sure, he liked the company of women, but he weren't bad, mister, he weren't.
No one deserves to have their blood drunk.
I mean, he knew how to use his fist. And if a woman spoke out her place, he reminded her of it and everything. And when my mama was dying, people said that he was lying with her sister, but that weren't true, mister, it weren't.
But you said your mother was dead.
Yeah, her and Mr. Braithwaite. He's been dead a year. And then yesterday, he walked up that street eating dogs. And he loves animals. All the dead folk have come back to life, mister. Only they ain't happy. It's a funny kind of salvation.
All the dead folk?
All the folk buried at the cemetery over by the churchyard.
My God. I'm gonna go have a look. You wanna come?
I already seen my mama. I don't need to see any more of my relatives. Here, mister. Take this. If you can burn them, maybe you can put their souls to rest. Mister! If you see my Uncle Mordecai, you burn him. Burn him real good, you hear?
So, if you skip this cutscene, these guys will not spawn up here, basically. I actually, unfortunately, got unlucky and got hit. But, that has never happened to me before, but I did realize, basically, well, I guess what this pretty much means, basically, if you don't skip the cutscene, basically, these guys will stay spawn in. So, if you want, skip the cutscene or kill them anyway, just so you can get them out of the way. But, fortunately, I got around them safely. Well, not safely, rather, I should say dangerously, but whatever. I was lucky to just straight up avoid less hits than I was supposed to. So in the graveyard, we need to burn all the graves. All of them. Like, get rid of every fucking grave as possible. And this is just straight up a mini game because all the enemies are just gonna spawn in and we gotta get rid of them and kill all of them. That is the requirement. I wouldn't recommend killing them all together right now because we need to avoid some of them from respawning out of nowhere. Something like that cannot just straight up happen. I'd rather avoid enemies respawning and just get this to work out right here. Just finish all the graves and then kill them all because they won't respawn. It'll just be a waste of ammo.
Oh, shit. That's unfortunate.
Then the final boss will spawn in, and this is where the fight starts to end. So, honestly, the headshots in this game work perfectly with zombies, of course, because, you know, they're fucking zombies, of course. So headshots are always going to be necessary to use on them. And they only die from headshots. So just straight up popping the zombie in the head basically just straight up kills him. But for that zombie right there, really, for that big guy, he's the only guy in the game basically that you have to use 2 headshots with 2 dead eye shots just straight up to get in order to get rid of him. Right now I'm like looting the bodies basically. There's not ways you can get ammo basically in this except for looting bodies and hoping that you come across a glitches like this will just straight up happen. You get set on fire. All because your horse has some shitty collision ejection. And we have to just straight up like go to a town, kill every enemy, and loot out the area after that to get ammo. Such as this is mandatory to kill the town right here. By killing this whole town, basically, we can save the Blackwater from death. The enemies normally spawn around here, but sometimes out of nowhere, they'll just spawn a little far away from here. I'd rather them spawn here, basically, because it just makes my job a little bit more easier than it needs to be. And the closer you are to such a certain area, sometimes they'll just spawn directly in the area they're supposed to spawn in. But the way I go about this with my ammo, honestly, I don't always have to loot zombies' bodies like that. Because generally I'm gonna have... I ended this playthrough with different guns. Weak guns, powerful guns, and all of them had good ammo. But there's no wrong and right answer to certain guns. It just depends on what gun you're using, basically, in this game to kill zombies. You just need to use a faster gun instead of a slower gun that causes your animation to be slow.
You folks okay?
Oh, just fantastic. I just saw my daughter get eaten by some creature sent straight from hell. Thanks for asking.
I'm kind of sorry I did.
Sorry, mister. Forgive my wife. We've suffered terribly.
What's going on?
Well, it's the government's fault.
Ain't it always?
Well, they let in too many foreigners. Just shut the goddamn border, or things like this happen. My daughter was just some satanic demon's lunch because of the goddamn government. I pay my taxes. Well, usually.
I think we may be moving a little off topic here. I ain't a wise man, but I have done a little traveling. These creatures ain't like any foreigners I've ever seen.
Thanks for the input, cowpoke. I got flesh-eating monsters feasting on my family, and I'm taking advice about tolerance from a gunslinger. What in the world has my life come to? And my daddy told me I never should have gotten married. This is all your fault, you useless man!
Oh, not now, Doreen. Not this again. Your daddy was a bully and a drunk.
Well, you ain't no kind of man!
Listen! I'm sorry to interrupt your happy reminiscences. Is there anything I can do to help? You got any idea of how we can survive?
You could try shooting them creatures, you dumb fool.
Ma'am, it's been a real pleasure. Sir, you're a man of great patience.
Yes, I edited the cutscenes in because I accidentally skipped the cutscenes on accident by accident, so I apologize about that.
Hey, you one of them, mister?
Do I look like one of them?
Well, don't come no closer. We made that mistake before, lost half our number.
I ain't one of them, you fool.
Well, how do I know?
They can't speak.
Well, I ain't taking no chances.
Kill him! He's one of them!
Yeah.
No, I ain't.
Don't take no chances, Silas.
Have it your way, all right? Listen. I ain't coming no closer. Do you know what's going on?
It's the glass eye. The freak with a glass eye. He caused this.
No. It's the snake oil man. These poor folks have been drugged.
I blame the Mexicans. They haven't been struck down.
All right, we heard a lot of stories, mister. Some say it's a moon, some say it's drugs. Hey, don't come no closer now. Stand back. Apparently it's worse in New Austin. Must be where it came from.
It looks like I'm headed down to New Austin. Did one of you say snake oil?
It's the glass eye.
I blame the Mexicans.
Oh, Connie McTavish, you don't know nothing. You always was an ignorant shrew. I bet your husband's glad he's dead.
Well, at least my husband never took favors from the stargazers, Lucille Billingsgate.
You say you're sorry, you hillbilly white trash.
Yeah, now how we gonna rebuild America like this? Now, see, I thought we had it all decided. We was gonna be kind and gentle and pay homage to our leader, who happens to be me.
Sounds like you folks have this all worked out. Have yourself a fine America, and good luck.
We never had that decided. We decided we would hold elections and that I would be leader.
You can't even read.
Well, I got gravity. I mean, gravy. I mean, folk respect me.
I am the new king, Archibald Andrews, me. Now pay homage.
But no, I didn't skip all the cutscenes and edit them in. I just basically skipped some cutscenes by accident. Also, there's the first crawler in the game. Just gonna ignore him.
Come on.
So there's certain areas you don't actually need to kill some towns in. Some towns you can kill enemies and it's mandatory, and there's some towns you don't have to kill and it's not mandatory. And specifically the ones you see me kill in this video are mandatory. The ones you don't see me kill are not mandatory. By doing all that, I can just lower my risk as much as possible. If you are looking to get achievements, get the horses, because I did got like a fire horse in this run. If you're trying to get all the horses, I actually am trying to work on a 100% run in this game. And that right there is actually very fucking annoying. So I'd rather just upload the no save no death run and get it over with already while I work on that. Just get that out of the way, basically, while that one run is being frustrating as hell to complete. So right around here, I'm just gonna straight up skip past this whole entire town, because it's not necessary, like I said. Just stay on your horse, keep on running, don't get close to, like, barriers. If you get close to a barrier, then there's more likely a chance that the zombies will do an annoying, obnoxiously annoying attack, basically, that is more annoying, basically, than all the other bullshit attacks in this game. The zombies will just push you and throw you off the horse, basically. Sometimes they'll just straight up teleport to kick you off your horse. There's so many glitchy moments with that whole animation that's absolutely really bad to avoid.
Seth.
So be aware about it.
Seth, you okay? What's going on?
Oh, hey there, John. Fancy a game of cards?
Not right this minute.
You remember Moses, John?
He's
a darn sight more loyal now than he was before. Come here, boy. Come on. Come here, boy. Oh.
What are you doing?
We were boyhood friends, John. Moses is having a tough time right now. Ain't you, pal?
What's going on?
We're playing cards. Relax, sit down.
I mean, with the undead walking the face of the earth, you crazy dumb bastard.
That ain't nothing.
Ain't nothing? I seen husbands eating wives, mothers eating sons, graves popping open and the undead rising up. It sure as shit is something.
Oh, boo-hoo. Big tough John Marston is scared of a little undead creature walking around. Moses wouldn't hurt a fly, would you, darling? Besides, this ain't nothing new.
Folks in Blackwater blaming it on that glass eye you found.
Folks! 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 Damn them folks, John Marston! Damn them! And damn you! Get him! Get him, Moses! Get him!
After all I've done for you, Seth. And I thought loyalty was important to you.
You can't hurt me. Moses, get him. Go!
Yeah.
Get him!
Get me, Moses. Looks like your dog's lost his bite, Seth. Now what the hell's going on?
And a virulent plague is turning people into flesh-eating crazies. What the hell you think's going on, genius?
But why?
But why? 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 Why not? Why not? Why the hell not?
'Cause it ain't natural.
Who made you Mother Nature and Mother Superior all at the same time? Who made you, John Marston? Same as made me, same as made Moses.
Is there a cure?
These things tend to fade away. Now, if you want to get rid of it, you should go clear the graveyards. Either that, or stop worrying and become one of them. Now, if you excuse us, we got good times to remember. Happy times.
Okay. See you soon then, Seth.
Come on, Moses. It's your deal. Diamonds are trumps. Come on.
What a fucking weirdo. But because he has the eyeball, he can protect himself. Have you beat it the main game already, regardless of the difficulty you played on? Which, I'm pretty sure on hardcore you get another outfit, but then again, if you beat the game, basically, then that means you can actually get these outfits right here. I think they're unlockable. If you just beat the main game. But however, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and wear them throughout the run. There's people in scenarios you can actually help, by the way. So if you want to help, you can help. But because I don't want to get myself in a situation where I get attacked by a mountain lion or a cougar or a dog or a bear, I rather not risk it. Or just straight up a regular zombie or just whatever zombie types. There's different types of zombie types in this game. One is the first one we saw, which was the first boss in the game, which was Bitch Boy Easy. It was the big fucker, which you would think you would call them the boomers, but they're not the boomers. They're just big fuckers. And the crawlers that runs really fast, and just the regular zombies. And well, when we get to the next enemy, the last fourth enemy in the game, you'll see what this next enemy is. So right over here, we're going to take out the town. If you did not play on hardcore before turning on this difficulty, then you can avoid this weird bug that auto-aim will just randomly turn off on. So if you put the game on normal mode and save the game on normal mode, then it will hard lock on Undead Nightmare that you'll be able to use auto-aim automatically, pretty much, altogether. You can play without auto-aim if you don't want to, but it makes our risk a little bit more risky if you think about it that way. But then again, your choice. Keep the game on normal mode and save from whatever file you had, and you'll just have auto-aim to work with you. By the way, which makes this mode super simple. which is why I was able to clear this town in less than like 2 minutes.
Bullshit. You freaks are starting to annoy me. I seem to meet my mom. This is terrible. That's just what I need.
So right around here, we're gonna loot the ammo out of this treasure box. Keep in mind, a little annoying thing you have to pay attention to is that in Undead Nightmare, for some unknown reason, your horse is really ridiculously aggressive, and regardless of what horse you play as, will play with, it is absolutely ridiculously aggressive, and I do think it has something to do with the fact that it's just like the zombies or whatever enemy you have to deal with along the way. But then again, it's like the horse is just like super aggressive and annoying. Basically, it's super trigger happy to just straight up run out off on its own, do something that you didn't ask it to do. It's annoying and obnoxious. It has a mind of its own all the damn time, and it just straight up likes to just jump off a lot.
That'll do.
Sometimes if you just press
Hell walks the earth and you turn up. Could my week get any worse?
Nice to see you too, Miss McFarland.
Oh, I thought you'd be dead. I heard things were bad in West Elizabeth.
Sure. But it'll take more than an apocalypse to take me down.
What are you? A demon or a cockroach?
Both, I fear. How's your father?
Fine and dandy. He should be coming out of that barn any moment now. Daddy!
What's he doing in the barn?
Daddy, John's here! Mr. Marston, you remember? That idiot bounty hunter?
What was he doing in the barn?
Just rounding up the undead and keeping them safe so the rest of us can go about our business. He's a real man. He's probably playing around with them. Daddy, stop teasing me! Now come on now!
How long's he been in there?
Not long. Only since yesterday.
Yesterday? I better go have a look for him.
Would you, John? You are kind. Call out to me if you find anything.
I will do.
I don't know, sometimes it'll just like ignore you when you press triangle or Y to get off the fucking horse. Like right around here I was trying to get it to get off the fucking horse basically, and it kept fucking moving. And it wouldn't let John get off the horse basically. Pretty fucking stupid. So yeah, there's 4 zombies up in here. Just wipe them all out. You know what that means.
Drew, are you in here? What's it next? Sorry, Mr. McFarland. You were a good man. That's unfortunate.
His body sometimes just spawns away, basically. You can't really loot him if you're lucky enough to get him on camera in time to loot him.
Well, John, you always do bring sunshine to my life.
I'm sorry about your father.
I'd like to say he died doing what he loved. But he never was one for eating folks. Not slathering from the lips and howling at the moon. I guess I'll content myself with saying that he died protecting those he loved.
Indeed.
Well,
take care of yourself, Bonnie.
you too, John.
Let's go. Thank God.
So really, in order to get the horse to cooperate with you, sometimes you have to just, like, use some type of reverse psychology. Yeah. I was trying to jump there. Pretty bad button to have. But sometimes you gotta use some random reverse psychology on the horse, basically, to get it to fucking cooperate. So, really just learn how to use this horse correctly, because, like I said in the other run, it responds with tank controls. So it's not gonna always cooperate with you on a certain level. Pretty much tank controls in third person, pretty much. So once we get to the graveyard, we're just going to start burning everything. This is really just a straight up on-occurring thing that we have to do like 5 times in the game. Just run past some of the enemies right here. Burn the corpses. Decided to shoot her because she was just gonna probably get in the way. And sometimes zombies will just straight up grab you. It'll just be a random animation scene that you'll never fucking know how to fucking get out of. You'll just be forced to take a forced hit. Sometimes it happens during cutscenes. Pretty dumb. It's kind of a dumb mechanic that I did not know until my 9th playthrough of this game. So up to this point, we're going to start dealing with crawlers. Crawlers, pretty much in this game, are like, you know, they're really shitty enemies. Like, as you can see right here, here's the first crawler. I think that was the second crawler. And then here's the lady with the wedding dress on. We're going to go ahead and wipe her out. crawlers honestly just, you know, they just decide to just straight up charge after you basically while running. They crawl super ridiculously fast. And they're really headaching to try to kill. Try fighting all of them at once. Because sometimes, and depending on what area you're in, they'll pretty much just be like 40, not 40 of them. Just sometimes there'll be like 8 of them chasing after you while you're fighting a town. Speaking of that, you're about to see right now what I'm talking about in this next town that's coming up. Armadillo. You know, they're just like stupid fast. Like they can just easily clip to your fucking horse and just like throw you off your horse basically. Like the animations for it is like ridiculous. Also the dogs count here. So we gotta kill the dogs as well too. So if you see a dog in the town, just kill them basically, because sometimes the game will just randomly count them. So the town section here is really easy to do. Just stay on your horse and be careful and avoid the crawlers as much as possible. And pay attention as much as possible, because it's just like they can just grab you off your horse basically without you even recognizing it. Gotta make sure your dead-eye shots are like perfectly on. I had to use dead-eye like quite awfully a lot in this run. You don't really get that much dead-eye equipment for this shit. We're gonna start using the sniper rifle now, because we're all out of handgun bullets. We've used all of our handgun bullets pretty much. Yep, I was lucky enough that I was pressing X the whole time while I was on the horse. In case you want to know how to slow down your horse, press R1. R1 is how to slow down the horses. We need to use Deadeye to like kill all these zombies basically. But yeah, please pay attention, because like sometimes your horse would just basically like to just jump up basically, and you might accidentally kill your horse while using Deadeye shots. Pretty dumb. And man, I must say, this was the best soundtrack in the game. Like, out of all the soundtrack, this is like the best soundtrack in the whole entire game, honestly. This whole fighting, like, combat sound is really well done. Undead Nightmare's soundtrack is not that bad when it comes to certain soundtracks. But I will say the score for it is like 50-50. Because there's way too many. There's like a lot of. There's like a lot of soundtracks basically that are coming up soon that like will get on your last fucking nerves, so you have to hear it every fucking time.
This should put some undead to rest.
Because sometimes the soundtrack in Undead Nightmare sounds like a robot fucking screaming. Or it sounds like a robot giving fucking birth, pretty much. Pretty weird. Pretty shocking to see all this going on while John was out there fighting zombies.
Didn't give me a whole lot of choice. Hello, John. Welcome to paradise.
Hello, Marshal.
Might have known you'd survive.
What's going on?
Do I look like I commune with the undead?
Hell no.
Well, then how would I know? My job is
to take care of the folk who live here.
Oh, you heard that one.
How's that going?
How's that going? Well, let me put it to you this way. Cattle rustling and bank robbery are at an all-time low. But murder, blood drinking, and psychotic episodes seem to be somewhat prevalent. Either that, or I'm dreaming.
That's what I'm hoping too.
How was it getting in here?
It was crazy.
Oh, they must be hiding again. They come in and then just disappear. Town's been nearly overrun a couple of times. Now we're low on ammunition, and I'm 2 men down.
I'll help you clear the place out if you like.
You're a good man, John Marston. But before that, I'm gonna need my deputies back.
What happened to them 2 clowns you had before? Gone?
Maybe. I sent Jonah off to look for Eli. They've both been gone for several hours now.
Who'd want to eat one of them?
That's a good question.
Where'd you send them?
Out near the general store. Jonah's got one of these new guns. I'm sure he can't run into any trouble. These things, they'd stop an elephant.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm sure you got your own troubles.
So I'm just looting like all the ammo in this town basically. Every town you kill, you can just basically get ammo off of the rooftops basically, because villagers won't care because you saved the town, thankfully.
Hey, mister.
Hey, Pard.
You seen a couple deputies nearby? Marshall's boys, Jonah and Eli.
Are they Jews, mister? They sound like Jews.
I don't know. Why?
Why? This whole thing is nothing but a Jewish plot. You do know that, don't you?
I find that highly unlikely, amigo.
Well, I don't like Jews. Or colored folk. Or natives, now that you mention it.
Well, you're a nice, kind-hearted man to meet in a time of trouble.
Kind does not come into it.
Why? What are you talking about?
Why? I bet you like Catholics. I can't stand them neither. Nor women. Fabians, socialists, homosexuals, Asians, or British. Between them, they've ruined this country. Ruined it. It was a good country once. Now people are eating each other, and it's all the fault of the Jewish, British, Catholic, homosexual elite and their ideas. Well, I, for one, won't stand for it.
Have you ever met a Jewish person?
Thankfully not.
Or a British Catholic homosexual?
Not in my store. Oh, I get it. I see you acting clever. Well, let me tell you this. The Jews killed Lincoln. That's why there is a triangle on the money. And they run Europe like one of them Arabian harems. Now they've sent this here plague to kill all us decent folk. Yep.
You, sir, are truly a remarkable fella.
Thank you kindly.
I must say, it's a rare pleasure to meet someone with such a grasp on human history. You take care of yourself. I'd hate to see you get savaged by someone and watch the life force drain from your hate-filled body.
Hey, hold on there. Why don't you join me in my fight, sir? It's not too late.
I fear it is for me.
Then I will fight them alone. All of them. America is the land of the free. And that means free to people like me, Herbert Moon.
Absolutely.
No! Oh, no! You can't eat me! I'm Herbert
Even during evil times, assholes are just straight up assholes. We're just gonna ignore those crawlers and just go all the way over here.
Hello, boys. Marshall sent me and needs some help. Guess you got other plans. Seriously, enjoy your meal, no problem. Easy now, gentlemen. Remember all the fun times we had?
So the shotgun right here basically actually is bad to use. I generally don't recommend using the shotgun unless it's mandatory for you to use it. But the other shotgun's better than this one.
Hello, Marshall.
So, you find the boys?
I found them.
I understand. I hope it was fast for them.
It was fast. And they died with their bellies full. Well, one of them did.
Good.
That there's Jonah's gun.
Here, you keep it. After all, you earned it.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself, John.
You too, Marshall. Yeah.
But honestly, I'm not going to shoot all the towns up, basically, because it's actually not necessary. And plus, I'll just waste a lot of ammo doing that. And plus, we need to just save it for actual reasons. And plus, that's, like, the only town I think I'm, like, gonna loot ammo, basically, from. Which doesn't matter, because at the end of this run, like, after every Red Dead Redemption game, you're gonna have much ammo to help last you. As long as you're careful on your routing, careful on areas you go to, careful on areas you interact with, you're gonna have a decent amount of ammo. Even with guns you don't really need to use, that are actually shitty. So as per usual, we're gonna do our exact same route. Burn all the fucking gravestones, then just straight up kill all the zombies. So while they're getting out of their grave, I tend to just straight up shoot them while they're doing that, because it's honestly like, if you're fast enough to decapitate them while they're getting out of their grave, basically, you can just straight up get rid of them quickly like that. Crawlers actually take time to get out of their grave. I mean, they don't take time to get out of their grave, they just jump out of their grave quickly as possible. And yes, I got set on fire there, of course, again. You could just try to get them in the circle, basically, but recommendation is just to straight up not to, because crawlers are very active in this area, and it's not necessary to just put yourself through all that danger. So decapitate them while they're in their graves. While they're coming out of the graves, pretty much. And after that, that's it. Decided to loot that body to see if I can get any more handgun bullets. But I'm using more of the handgun for now, basically, because the more bullets we have with the handgun, the more likely I can just save more sniper rifle rounds on a lot of special occasions. Just better off just saving the sniper rifle. instead of using it. If you see zombies by that gate, basically as you're coming into the town here, just straight up kill them, because they will count as in the death tolls to kill all the zombies in the town. Be more quicker to get them out of the way. Little tip of a suggestion. Yeah, that's a stupid glitch with Deadeye. Sometimes you can just straight up, like, try to shoot an enemy, basically. John will just refuse to shoot the enemy, basically, because he was already committed to another animation. The animations in this game is really bad when it comes to glitching out Deadeye. And it does a terrible job on keeping Deadeye carefully confident with your shots, because animations in this game dictate the whole way you kill enemies. Apparently these enemies were from another town, and I guess they decided to follow us. Just invaders to intruders to this town. Whatever. I'm gonna go grab a apple. Up in this case, it's randomized on what could be in this weird animation. Sometimes you can find an apple in this case, or just some Deadeye drinks, or some sniper rifle rounds. I'd rather get sniper rifle rounds. Then we're gonna check at this box here. Normally the treasure boxes tend to have ammo, but that Pacific house more likely will have an apple or ammo, or a Deadeye agent. So now we're gonna go all the way to the hideout that Bill Williamson was hiding out at in the beginning of the game.
Hey, somebody's out there. He ain't one of them. Open the gate.
Howdy, mister. Howdy.
You're gonna be okay.
Step right up! Step right up! Don't be shy now. Don't be shy. Nature confounds us, but science saves us. That's the truth, sir. That's the truth. West Dickens patented tonic. The only 100% original, 200% guaranteed cure against the undead stalking this earth. It not only brings health and fitness to the sick and needy, it repels the undead and saves souls. Why, it's a natural miracle, and it's available now, here, at the low, low price of only 100 solid gold coins. That sounds expensive, but what price? Eternal damnation. You, sir, you look healthy. Would you like to give it a try?
Me, sir?
Yes, sir. Would you care to demonstrate the undead defeating possibilities of this patented elixir?
No, sir, I would not. What I would like is for you to stop peddling this nonsense right now. 100 gold coins?
Well, what price would you pay for survival?
You tell me, Mr. West Dickens. You tell me.
Well, since you put it that way, why don't all you chaps all take one for free now, and if you like it, when you like it, you'll know where to find me. You won't find any undead around me. Take it, enjoy. Thanks a lot, John.
These people have lost their families. They've lost everything.
Well, that's not my fault. I'm just trying to make an honest living here.
No, you're not.
Well, okay. But can I help it if demand is high?
High?
I'm offering the people hope, John. That's a precious commodity. The tonic really works. These poor, awful undead creatures can't stand it. Come here. Take a look.
Works like a charm.
Well, it wasn't quite what I expected.
Stuff is like catnip to those bastards.
Well, I need more desert sage and violet snowdrop, and then I know I can cure this foul plague.
Okay, back to doing your dirty work, am I?
Now, don't be like that. Don't you remember the good times? Please? I'm an old man. All right. Here. Take it. Maybe you can use it to attract some of them.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. And thanks. I'm sure this will come in real handy in case I want to meet some new and interesting friends.
Interesting.
So, yeah, you can actually teleport in this game, basically. I'm just trying to figure out what town that we were originally at. And it was the one that we originally were at. So once we get the clues for the treasure, basically... Not treasure, the plants we need to go get. We're gonna eat this, item that's in our, like, inventory, basically. That helps us, like, find, plants, basically, quickly as possible. That Bill Williamson is asking us to get. This could roughly take you literally an hours to find. And you have to find specifically 10 of them. They're all everywhere around the whole map, but they're definitely around this area of the map. Which is kind of a problem because dogs are just like really invading. Zombies, dogs, everything is just invading this area. So I'm not going to go around the other parts of this area. I'm just going to go this direction, basically. So this is where lucky RNG has to happen right here, because, like, anything can happen here. So, if there is an enemy or a campfire just around here, basically, just avoid it. Don't even bother. And yes, as you can see, there's, like, complete wolves blocking my area, and my horse decided, oh, I'm just going to just straight up run off, basically, on purpose. Because, yeah, that's the energy of the horses in this game. They're very fucking stupid. The wolves are so easily, like impounded in this area. They're, like, everywhere in this area all the time. It's, like, that annoying. The wolves will just, like, impound, like, take up around this area, basically. And it'll just straight up, like, get out of control. So you have to straight up kill them. If you have to get them the fuck off. I don't always like going into this area because it's just like, dude, this is like really obnoxious and risky. But because it is here, oh god, that right there. The wolf, he really played with me right there. And plus because your horse has terrible animations. Oh my god, like that right there, I almost got fucking destroyed. Because your horse has like terrible animations basically and shit. It likes to just wander off on foot, of course, but it like sometimes when you get back on the horse, basically, it'll just straight up jump in the air, basically, because it's like somehow frightened because of the wolves. Pretty dumb. And your horse might actually die because of the damage the wolves are causing towards the horse, basically, because you don't really physically see the damage on the horses, but like, it really is just like obnoxious as hell. I honestly should have just actually went to long trees instead of doing it here, basically. Because getting plants in the desert is more annoying than it is in long trees. Including tall trees as well, too. But this is no more area. This is the only area where there's more of them to find very quickly. But it's not safe. Sometimes there just won't be enemies there at all. And there'll just be like random zombies. And they wouldn't really block the way, but then again... So this is the last area in the game where we have to fight zombies at. When it comes to the burning the gravestones. So we're gonna back on up basically because there's a lot of them basically coming out of the ground and we don't want to get in front of them, especially when a crawler jumps out. Yup, and that big fucker. This is when the ranchers come out. The ranchers are motherfuckers that like to just spit or toxic spit or acid, whatever the fuck. I don't even know how these guys exist. I don't even know what they're even made of. They just spit like shit, acid basically out of them. If you go into Deadeye basically before while they're spitting, sometimes it'll just automatically miss. Random and weird, honestly. Then we got this fuckhead crawler. I should have backed up a little bit more. That's it. Well, I'm gonna have a time of my life. And that's about it. Now we're just going to go back to the hideout space. And then we're gonna go teleport to tall trees. Actually, not tall trees. We're gonna actually go teleport to the house. So right around here, we're gonna just try to avoid the town coming up, and we're gonna move all the way past these trees to the snow. We're just keep moving until we get to the question mark. Past all of this, pretty much.
Oh, I got one, mister. Hey, I got one.
Got what, mister?
The damn Sasquatch. The filthy thing was gonna eat my dog when this girl hollered out. And I shot the thing right through the heart. Boom, again.
You feeling all right, mister? I've seen a lot of strange things recently, but No Sasquatch running around here. Nor no place else. They're made up.
There's Sasquatches every place, cowboy. They're nastier than your mother-in-law with a bad case of that virus. Down in Manzanita Post, they ate a little girl.
Are you serious?
Do I look like I'm joking? The hills are infested with them. Kill them! Kill the bastards before they kill all of us! Kill them! Kill them! I ain't afraid of you, you dumb hairy bastards!
Come on!
Grab the plant right up here. There's always a plant on the top here. All the plants are not randomized, so you just I'll let you know basically. They do grow back after the game ends, believe it or not. But I kind of don't know what the purpose of it is. But because I'm all the way new to this, basically, I actually did not know that there was a plant right over there, basically, to your side. So you see that right over there, that plant that's showing up on the map? Go pick that up, because that's actually seen right there. Yeah, I could have actually just tried to pick all the plants up in this area, but I guess because I just wanted to avoid mountain lions, I felt that this would be safer to just grab the other plants, basically, even though there's mountain lions in the other area. Whatever. We're gonna go kill Bigfoot. Whatever fuck that fucker is. Got this other plant. I think there's like about 2 more to pick up. There he is. He just spawns in the trees, basically. Whenever you see him, he's just spawning already. The last 2 are over here, and that's pretty much about it. Well, now thinking about it, it's actually pretty hard to find some of them over here in this area if you're not going to Bill Williamson first. Whenever you see them, they're already just straight up spawning in the area. I've seen them already just spawn in the area like multiple times before. So they weren't already like moving, they were just already spawning into the area basically. And even if they were just like spawning like a couple seconds before you witnessed them. Now we're gonna go down here. We got a long way to go. Sometimes he could just be running out down that whole avalanche pretty much right there. Mountain, rather. The other guy's always spawning in that trees over there. He's always going to be witness. You're always going to witness him in the trees. Then we're just going to shoot this guy and the cutscene will start.
Shoot me, human. Shoot me. Oh, I will, you foul creature of the night. You'd be granting me peace. Why's that? Keep you from eating more babies?
What in the name of all that's right are you talking about, human?
You eat babies. You have to survive. Everyone knows that. Ain't your fault.
We eat berries and mushrooms, you fool. But we did. Now none of us are left. Some maniac's been murdering us. I'm the last of my kind. We've lived in these hills 1,000 years.
You eat babies.
If you say so, human. My family is gone. My kind is gone. Shoot me. I can't take it anymore. Make it stop.
Poor fellow. So after that, we're just going to go fight this next town coming up over here. It is necessary that we fight this town because we will have a long way back, basically. You know, now thinking about it, it probably is not a bad idea. You know, it's probably not a bad idea to just run back to the house, basically. But because I just didn't feel like, basically, taking it for, like, ever just to get back to the house, I just decided to straight up kill me some time and go fight this town real quick. And just teleport from there. Because it's not daytime, I can't really get up to that... Get up on the avalanche or rocks or whatever the fuck it is. Because I need to see better. You know, honestly, this would save you some ammo, honestly. Just, truth be told, you don't actually need to do this, not thinking about this. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. Just run back to the house, honestly. It's not necessary to do it like this. And you can just teleport from the house far back, basically. Instead of playing it like this. Plus, there's a lot of enemies in this town. Fighting this town can be a little bit risky. But hey, there's no crawlers in this town, so I don't gotta worry about nothing. Any extreme movement, since we have dynamite on our side. Yeah, I started missing shots here for some unknown reason. I honestly prefer to fight enemies on ground than fighting them on my horse, because honestly, it's just like... You know, just fighting zombies on your horse is like... a little bit challenging, basically, because yes, you get to move fast, you get to move a little quicker, you get to do a little bit of this and that. But it's a little tough. Too much tough and annoying. Can be absolute stressful, obnoxious shit, basically, if you're dealing with crawlers. But then again, on land, crawlers are way too fast to just straight up gank, so maybe it's not a bad idea to fight crawlers on the horse. So, now we're gonna go back and talk to our buddy. Before we go to, Mr. Watson. Might as well change into the next costume while we're at it. Now we're gonna teleport to the hideout that we meet Mr. Watson for the first time. In case people are wondering, yes, this is canon. Because one point in the game kind of directs how canon this definitely is from the main game. Yeah, it takes place at the end of the game, but the scientist already said in the meeting that, like, once the scientist was already getting ready to leave, he already, like, applied that he was never going to come back after witnessing the shooting that was happening and the danger towards John
No! Get out!
was putting him through with Dutch.
Another satisfied customer, Mr. West Dickens?
Oh, hello, John. Yeah, poor fellow can't get enough.
As I see.
Get rid of him, would you?
Why?
Well, because we're old friends.
No.
Because we'll team up and fight the forces of darkness together.
No.
Because I've got something you want. Trust me, you cynical bastard. Oh. Thank you, dear boy. Oh, thank you. Oh. Oh, did you get the stuff?
Of course.
Oh, excellent. Oh, wait just a minute. Here you go. Now these should help. If I've got my mathematics correct, they'll blow the buggers apart.
And if you've got your sums wrong?
Oh, ye of little faith. Now listen, John. You're going to need some more serious weaponry. I've got a plan, but you need to pick up some old parts at Riley's charge.
Another shopping trip.
Yeah, well, excuse me if my efforts at salvation are interrupting your busy social calendar, John. I'm only trying to help because...
Because we're old friends, I know. You better not be wasting my time.
Me? Never. Perish the thought.
So yeah, just enough proof to show that I did not intentionally cheated. That was just shown that I edited the cutscene in because I skipped the cutscene on accident. I have a habit of doing that a lot when it comes to certain games, but I do it specifically a lot when it comes to Outworld games because it's just like I'm always distracted listening to my music than I am paying attention to the game. Would you look at that? See right here? If you see this, you gotta get lucky, basically. Of course, fucking crawler zombie almost got in the way, basically, here. Oh god, basically, this is the bullshit RNG you gotta deal with. The fire horse, basically, they're really fast and really hard to catch. I was able to catch it here. But this was like a random lucky occurrence to get the lucky horse here. The apocalypse zombie horses are absolutely hard to get. Personally, I prefer to just get them at the beginning of the game, basically. But in the no save, no death run here, if I'm not doing a 100% run, it's better off that we just get it whenever we can. I mean, if it pops up, it pops up. If you want to search for it, then you can. But I'll tell you what, the fire horse, it spawns everywhere around the map around here in this area. It just does not spawn by the house, at John's house, basically. It does not spawn around tall trees. It does spawn close to the bridge. No, actually, I don't really think it spawns near the... near the last town we need to go to, where the bridge is at. So I'm pretty sure it just spawns kind of close. There is another horse basically we can kill. We can naturally pick up in long trees. But it normally spawns around long trees, honestly, even it does spawn near the house. It's RNG if it does. Excuse me. Back to the town. We gotta kill, save everything. Run around here. Just keep your distance, basically. I actually recommend not going near the bushes, basically, right here, because this is how you can actually get knocked out off of your horse, basically, because of how crawlers out of nowhere will just pop up and spawn in. Oh god, this right here actually scared me because the horse tried to fuck with me. Decap. Decap. I said decap. See this right here? Just keep on being careful, basically. You have to just keep in mind, do not let your horse get close to the zombies and don't stand still if you're near... the zombies are just straight up running to you if they're like 10 feet away. If that happens, you are going to risk basically causing your horse to randomly, out of nowhere, just decide, oh, I'm just gonna scream, basically, because I'm afraid of the horses. I'm afraid of the zombies, pretty much. And it's just like, it's obnoxious. Don't put yourself through all that shit. The horses in this game, they think they're slick. Get rid of this crawler. So I recommend being careful right here, because there is a glitch that will fuck your run up. It'll glitch the run, you'll just have to reset. So get off your horse, basically, before you get close to this cutscene.
You okay, mister?
Every time you trigger this cutscene.
Mr. Marston, well, I might have guessed you wouldn't have got the lurgy yet.
Not yet. I'm trying to help my family.
Yes, quite the hobby of yours, that.
Sure. Listen, any idea what the hell's going on here?
No, but it's brilliant. Man turned against man. Kind-hearted neighbors turned into savage, flesh-eating monsters. Do you see it? It'll make a fantastic movie.
Who would enjoy that?
What?
What kind of sick person would like that?
My kind sir. The lowest common denominator. My people.
You're gone, friend.
On the contrary, sir, you misunderstand me. Come now, you're a smart fellow. Allow me to illuminate. Listen, Mr. Marston. What I need is one of those nasty buggers that spits poisonous snot on you. If in your travels you can find a spare one, we can make moving picture history.
You're worse than they are.
Each to their own, Mr. Marston. But if you find the time...
There it is.
We're gonna teleport back to the fort.
In a time of enormous crisis, I might have known the government would have you boys doing the work of a common clerk.
Well, thank you for your input, citizen. I'm glad you find life so funny.
My pleasure.
Do you think this poor girl's family finds life quite so funny right now?
Family? I assumed she was a common killer.
She's a missing person. Missing presumed dead, I guess. But you keep cracking them jokes.
I'm sorry, mister. I guess I spoke a little out of turn.
I ain't the one you should be apologizing to. Just find the girl. She's 15. Millicent Waterbury.
So now we gotta go save a 15-year-old girl that's hiding out in houses, basically, where the zombies just piling up at her. But before we do that, we actually have a quick little task we need to do. So I recommend just going this way first, basically. After this, we're going to go save the 15-year-old girl. Then we're gonna, after that, go to Mr. Dickens. With this horse, you get more stamina. You just get unlimited stamina, pretty much, and you could actually hit zombies and they'll get set on fire, basically, while you're riding this horse.
Stop that now!
Boom, bam, wham, slam, bam, ma'am. Bitch, fucking die.
Oh my God, thank you. That was awful.
Are you Millicent?
Yes?
Come on. Your family's worried sick.
Never in all my life.
I know some of you might be thinking, because there is a safe route to this without having to go the dangerous route, but because I'm riding the dangerous horse, yes, what you're thinking is what I'm about to do. But it's pretty safe if you have the fire horse. You can do this with the regular horse if you want, because either way, as long as you're not fucking around and finding it out too much, basically, and you're paying attention to your stamina, this works perfectly.
I spent some time down here, but I live in West Elizabeth.
But I'm about to fucking do it. Yeah, I'm doing it. For sure. In 3, 2, 1, go! Oh my God! Oh God, this actually was scary right here, because I almost damaged myself. I almost killed my horse. Brady had almost got us both killed, basically, because any fucking less frames from there, basically, I would have just tried to gotten grab off the horse, and I would have gotten dragged the fuck out of there. But you could take a better route than this and just take different directions instead of going that direction. Instead, it's not necessary.
No offense, miss, but they could.
It's horrific. Are they alive or dead?
Somewhere in between, I reckon.
It's some kind of punishment for our sins, isn't it? It's a curse. My pa warned me, but I didn't listen. This is all my fault.
And yes, this is the girl from the beginning of the game in the last game in the main game, pretty much. She was the girl on the train with her father. There's actually a scenario you can actually do to help her.
Like I said, thank you. Good luck helping your family, Mr. Marston.
Thank you.
Plenty of more just like him, Mr. Comedian. We got a whole host of missing folk.
In the main game. Now we're gonna just go to Mr. Watson and go chat up with him for this next mission. It's not really a mission, it's just really a chat and talk. And then go to the next area after that and just start the other mission. The real mission, which is after this dialogue.
Wes Dickens! Nigel! Where are you, old man? You better not have gotten killed.
Under here!
Get out here.
Are you alone?
No. I brought the great mass hordes of the undead with me. Of course I'm alone.
Well, it's not the undead I'm worried about, dear boy. I kind of like them. It's the normal people I can't stand.
What's happened?
Now, don't be like that. I haven't done anything, or stolen anything, or even lied that much.
What then?
A bunch of people just chased me out of town. They blame me for everything that's happened. I tell you, John Marston, I've been selling health tonics for years, from here to Timbuktu, and never once has there been a demonic bloodlust or the undead rising up. It's preposterous.
Okay.
No, they want to hang me. Me, an honest salesman. Can you believe that?
Snake oil merchant who cried wolf.
Well, yeah, something like that. Well, I'm headed south. I'm headed down to Mexico. I hear things are much better down there. Not to mention the climate and the nice locals, but also the merciful lack of cannibalistic morons with infectious eye diseases. Oh, did you get the bits and bobs I requested?
Sure.
Ah, ha, ha. Excellent. Just a moment. Okay. No, I don't. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Ah, there. Let's see. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Here you go.
I risked my life for this? A blunderbuss? Is this a joke? What is this, 1850?
Oh, ye of such little faith. You've been hanging around cattle and killers too long. You've got the compassion of a mass murderer and the intellect of a cow patty.
I'll stick your faith in this gun where the sun don't shine.
This is the weapon of choice for demonic horde killers everywhere, from Romania to Edinburgh and all the other places the undead roam. You can put pretty much anything into it and blow a bunch of the buggers away in one go. Makes your rifle look like a pea shooter.
You better not be lying to me.
Would I lie to you, John? To others, I admit the occasional sin of omission. But to you, never, dear boy. Now, wait. Yeah. Now, I am headed down to Mexico. Is there any chance that I will see you there?
We shall see.
Well, if you're interested, I should be at Solomon's Folly in a few days, trying to figure out a way to get in. I hear the border is not as open as it used to be. Ta-ta!
So just to demonstrate on how terrible that gun is, John basically is reloading, as you can see here, after that shot. And that shot takes forever to fucking reload. It takes like 5 seconds or something like that, and it's enough time to fuck you over. Kind of similar to the lock launcher of Resident Evil 3 Remake. There's no reload canceling for that gun. It's that bad and that trash. So don't ever use it. Please don't. Especially any gun that does not have the options to help piercing properties in this game. None of the guns in this game have piercing properties at all.
Mr. Marston. What's going on? You got a passage into Mexico?
For me, no. But for you, maybe. It all depends on your relationship with good old Uncle Samuel.
What are you talking about?
Well, the border is indeed closed, but the army is sending a train down there. Now, whether it's to help the Mexicans there or to escape the problems here, I have no idea.
But I thought things were better in Mexico.
Well, better or worse, it's certainly different.
So why am I going and not you?
Well, that's a matter of age, dear boy. The Army don't have many recruits with quite my level of experience.
So,
you are on your own. There's a train at Benedict Point, and it's leaving soon once they've got all of the soldiers rounded up.
Okay.
And your venerable friend here has done some more help. I have found some less than happy campers who have given up on glory and abandoned Uncle Sam's ranks. They're hiding out at Scratching Post. One of them might give you a uniform.
Okay. And what about you?
Baghdad, dear boy. Well, either that or Fort Mercer. Or perhaps it's time to meet my maker with drool coming out of my mouth and a lust for human blood.
You take care of yourself.
I always do, dear boy. I always do.
Whoa there. Yeah.
So coming up right over here, this is going to be a shocker to some people, basically, if you have already played this part. Because you could actually skip this without having to fight any of the zombies, basically, at all. All we have to do is just go to the treasure box and keep moving, keep pressing, like, X, or keep turning your controller, basically, to the direction that we're trying to face when we were trying to run towards our horse, so we don't get hit by zombies. Because you can actually get attacked by zombies while that whole blank screen was going on right there. And by doing that, we could just actually avoid getting an attack in general. Like, we could just straight up skip that whole session altogether. We don't have to worry about the cutscenes. Those guys are assholes. There's no reason to save them. So yeah, get to shooting. These guys tend to like run immediately the second you go into Deadeye mode. So keep in mind basically, because you may accidentally miss some shots. I actually forgot to shoot that other zombie right there. Decided to just get off my horse here because it's just like the horse tends to fuck up my shooting methods here a lot, so I prefer to just offend myself when I'm not on the horse in general. Plus, we're not going anywhere. We're just straight up killing all of them in this area altogether. Plus, there's no crawlers to be found, so we're actually good doing it like this. Yeah, as you can see, we're out of moonshine, and we're struggling a little bit right here.
Keep shooting, there's still a few left. Engines ready, come on, man, let's get the hell out of here. You did real good, soldier.
Basic training was very thorough.
Well, that's good. These degenerates are only good at whoring and drinking. Let's roll out!
So I tried to like run off the train basically so I can like jump onto the other half, but of course for some unknown reason there's a glitch where the enemies, well not the enemies, the guards will block you basically from doing that. I tried to jump onto that other side, but I ended up getting pushed off because of how annoying the barrier is to avoid that. And if you get hit by this, by one of the railings, then you're more likely just gonna fall. And pretty much, I was afraid at first because I was gonna probably reset or something like that. It's kind of annoying. So really, there's no reason to shoot other enemies besides ranchers, because ranchers are the only enemies in this area that's actually trying to kill us. None of the other enemies poses a threat. They're just jumping onto the train. That's really it. I'm trying to save some ammo, of course, here, because we're running really low on sniper rifle rounds at the moment. That's because I've been killing enemies I'm not actually supposed to be killing. So this wouldn't really be a problem. You know, honestly, this wouldn't be a problem at all if I just decided to just go back to the house after I got done doing the whole... Bigfoot situation in the forest and long trees area of the game.
Roadblock! All right, every one of you clowns, get down and get the debris off the track. Let's go, let's go! Come on, soldier, move, move! All right, make Uncle Sam proud, soldiers. Come on. Clear the tracks quickly. Let's go.
back here and fight! What are you, Yella? Look out! There's more of them!
By the way, this is a place where you can actually get the holy water achievement if you need to get all the zombies on fire pretty much here. This is actually where you can get the achievement quickly and easier. So now the other enemies are going to spawn in, but I have no dead eye. So here I am debating how am I going to go about this without having to get punched and pushed over. But of course, because these enemies decided to go into turbo mode, where, you know, these zombies would just do a long punch attack. And I end up just straight up getting hit here, of course. I actually should have just pressed R2 basically here and just killed them and got them over with basically, because you can actually melee kill them with R2. And it actually works. Like, really just John does this quick animation where he just punches them out of the way, honestly. But because I was just panicking there, because I didn't have no dead eye, because I wasn't, like, actually paying attention up to this point about dead eye, I actually end up risking a lot. Not much, but I guess a lot. But Mexico is going to be a little bit hard, basically, because we got to rely on our dead eye getting back to normal at some point. I actually should have just, like, looted those bodies before I got on the train now, thinking about it.
Let's go. Come on.
There's another horse that will pop up randomly around here in the area of Mexico, but it's normally specifically down there. If not, then you'll find it at some point before you leave the Mexico area. Which is kind of not that hard to find, basically, up to the imagination, basically, than it is with the other horses. It's just the first horse in the game that's much more harder to find than it involves the fire horse. The fire horse is kind of not that bad to find either. Sometimes, depending on lucky RNG you get.
You okay, sister?
Well, I'm alive, senor. Although, come to think of it, I just committed a mortal sin.
Claim self-defense. Always works for me.
Yes, well, I fear my judges may be a little more stringent than yours. But I appreciate the advice. Unfortunately, many of my nuns are not so resourceful as you or I. Their innocence will kill them, which is truly a terrifying reality.
I would not know.
I think maybe you would. But let us leave the psychotherapy and focus on more pressing matters. They are locked in the church, while hordes of these half-witted demons are trying to get to them.
It'd be my pleasure.
You're a true Samaritan, sir. You know, they say the devil has all the best tunes. It may be so, but it seems he also has the most half-witted friends.
So you know Bill Williamson, then?
Excuse me?
Just a little joke. I'll do as best as I can to save the nuns.
Okay, this is one of those random areas where I totally forgot I was not speedrunning. So do as I say, not as I do, basically. I actually recommend going to, like, the rooftop up there, up in the area, basically, that's above us, basically, and trying to get on a bench or one of the areas where the survivors are on, so you can avoid getting attacked by zombies altogether, and you can just see if you can like find any of one of them and see if you can gain them up instead of having to avoid getting attacked like this, basically in front of all of them. Because I almost had a moment where I was gonna get just tag teamed to death and almost died. And I totally forgot about all of this, basically. Which was super dangerous. Yep, there it is. There's multiple moments like that. Oh yeah, and I was panicking to death because I was just like, oh god, oh god, oh god, I never had this happen to me before. But it happened because I was stupid enough to not do the thing that I was actually supposed to do. Was go to the hideout. And because I got ballsy here, because I was just like, you know what, why not I just continue on, basically, because it's just like, it's not much. It's not much of a big deal, basically, because I did survive. Meanwhile, I gotten so far up to this point, and I almost died again, almost, because I was being stupid. I kept getting ballsy here. This, like I said, do as I say, not as I do. See that area where that survivor's hiding up on? Climb on the bench over there and just straight up try to kill the zombies, basically, from there, because they won't attack you. Like, yeah, this was, like, dumb as hell, because there's like way too many crawlers here, and that makes this absolutely worse. But I got rank 2, it seems as though, which gave me some more ammo. That was actually cool. Yeah, if you rank up, you get more ammo, honestly, which we're desperately running out of right now. That guy thought he was fucking slick. Can't really remember. I recorded this run like a couple of weeks ago because I'm actually trying to remember my route here, because this was actually my first time trying to do all this. Because after many failed attempts, I actually ended up nailing this in one attempt. And this is how far I've gotten with the run, basically. I haven't done that much routing. Which I should have done more routing. Plus, I was recording this during the same time as I was doing the 100% run, so I was trying to get this run over with quickly, basically, so I didn't have to actually, so I can focus on the 100% run. Which I should have took my time here. I should have took my time here, man. I actually am sorry if I end up getting you in a situation that you should have never gotten into.
I've done as you asked.
Bless you. But it's not sister. It's Mother Superior. Mother Superior Calderon. Our bishop was a stickler for regulations. Until he got sick last week and ate half of the cathedral choir boys.
I'm sorry.
I only mention it because my girls are laughing at you calling me sister.
What do you think is causing all this?
Déjame ver. Mexico is an old country. Many faiths have lived and died here. Many evil spirits have flourished. I have no idea what is afflicting the people here. But I know it is a sickness of the soul. Something supernatural, maybe. Certainly nothing rational. Perhaps were to get me alive one of these creatures, we could try a couple of experiments.
Certainly.
Get me a new one. One who was recently human. I want to work with a subject who has only recently turned.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Gracias, señor. Shh, cállense. No puedo creer cómo se portan.
So if you're not lucky, this session will probably take you a very long time to go find a zombie, which took me a long time to find a zombie, which is why I'm speeding up the process of this, just to get this all the way over with. We have to find a regular, normal zombie, so no ranchers, no crawlers, no fat fuckers, you know. One zombie that are already changed, basically. Like, not like, quick, not like, kind of like lately a little bit then like later, because I guess at some point they start to turn into crawlers when they get fat, and then they turn into ranchers, I guess. I don't really know the methods of the logic of this. I don't even know why it even matters to just get holy water on a normal zombie. But of course this jackass decided to start hitting me and killing my zombie that I was trying to fucking kidnap. And I was just like, yeah, fuck off. This is why I can't stand randomized moments, because sometimes when it comes to randomized moments, these assholes that are riding on their horses or they're fighting zombies all on foot, basically, are just gonna straight up kill some of your targets you're trying to like kidnap. And it's just like, it's annoying like that. I don't really like that. I'd rather get rid of them before they even try to give a fuck about trying something stupid like that. But yeah, you can do this in the main game, I think. Can't really remember.
Mother Superior, I think I have a test case for you.
Senor Marston, you're a true pilgrim.
That I ain't.
Now let's see. Well, it certainly isn't the flu. Their eyes are so devoid of love, of anything. Oh, lively one I see. Here.
What is that?
Holy water. I think we may have something.
It seems to be working.
Maybe. Maybe not.
But it seems as if he were nearly saved.
Spiritual infections are confusing things, Senor Marston. None of us can hope to understand them properly.
But he came back for a minute.
I bless the water, but perhaps my faith is not that strong. I have to do more thinking, but I need time. Every day, more of my people fall as the dead rise in sepulchro.
Then perhaps it's time I put them to rest.
Take the holy water. Maybe it will be a calming balm for the restless departed.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You are a blessing in an unusual form.
So right after this, we're gonna actually go to the back of the castle hideout space, because we need to go to this town so we can go kidnap a rancher, because there's ranchers in the town. I actually should have just dragged the rancher far away, basically, but I was actually scared that if I do that, then I'll accidentally kill it, because this was the first time I actually came up with this method, and I did not want to risk getting a rancher killed, because ranchers die very easily. And then I was like, yeah, it killed my other rancher that I was trying to kidnap, of course. So I ended up getting fucking tag team down, and I was praying for the love of fucking God once I picked this rancher up, that my horse will not run the fuck away, because sometimes it just likes to be a dickhead and run off. And I was scared because I was just like, oh God, something's coming, basically. And if a crawler shows up, then a crawler's gonna just try to push you off the horse and probably hit you, knock you down, and stop the rancher from like moving at that point. It's just like it's that annoying. I can't stand trying to pick up zombies and try to put them on your horse, because it just actually has a very long animation, and the animation can get easily broken out of nowhere. It just takes one hit from a zombie to just fuck up your Christmas, honestly. So you gotta get lucky here, especially the fact that ranchers can actually kill the zombie that you're kidnapping, and even other people that are not a part of the living dead, honestly. So we're waiting for more enemies to come out, because I wasn't gonna leave yet. We can't leave until we kill all these enemies, because we need the dynamite. Of course, it's a random dog, a random enemy. I don't know why random dogs just straight up count out of nowhere. It's just that is honestly the weirdest part about this when it comes to killing towns. I started using the shotgun now because I think I was running low on sniper rifle rounds, so I decided to just give up on it. Yep, now we got the dynamite. We're just gonna straight up go back to the filmmaker to go record a stupid ass film that he wanted to record.
Mr. Marston! I see art has got the better of you.
Stupidity got the better of me, but I felt I should help an old friend.
I appreciate that, sir. Are you ready to watch the creation of magic?
If you say so.
Wonderful! Let's put the star into his first scene. Right over here. You can put him down here. Oh. Lovely. Oh, this looks great. Movie-making history, my friends. There you go, my men. Out. There we are. And ready. I see you. You're going to be stars. Do something interesting now. And action! Zombies, go! Oh, your hands are eat human flesh. That's right. Go!
Just to save some bullets, I recommend just killing the rancher instead of the other fucker, because you can get one-hit kills with them when it comes to other zombies. But we rather kill all of them because we don't want to get hit while we're just straight up trying to teleport here, because sometimes they can glitch you out, and your run will just get fucked over. Because remember, there's a lot of bugs in Red Dead Redemption 1. Sometimes the loading screens will just refuse to load. And then the run is over. So as you can see, I changed my guns here. This is the last graveyard mission. So we have to kill like about, I think like 60 enemies here. every gravestone always have you killing like about, I don't know, the neighborhood of like 30 at first, and then after that it gets higher to 60 over time. Because this is the last one, we have to kill like 66 or something like that. A lot of enemies coming through, so we gotta make sure we got that ammo for it. So I'm using random guns, just so I can save ammo on this. Of course, my horse is deciding, oh, I'm just gonna try to block away a little bit. And I'm trying to get him away from there, so he doesn't block the way. A lot of shooting going on here. Not much to talk about. But, here comes Enrico. When he shows up, basically, that means we're already at the end. Not much of a plot twist that he somehow show up in this fucking story mode. But, whatever. He's gone. That's the end of it. I should mention that there's not really a final... Well, rather, I should say this. There's actually no bosses in this game. Like, really, there's no bosses in this game, actually, at all. In the main game, there's bosses, but in this scenario, there's hardly any bosses at all. It's like, the challenge is here, where it is pretty decent, but there's the only kind of reason why it's kind of possible for it to be decent is really because there's no bosses somehow, which is pretty interesting, because normally Red Dead Redemption games... Normally it just has like a whole boss or a campaign boss or whatever boss battle we have to just straight up do. But this is the only scenario in the Red Dead Redemption series that does not have a boss battle. Like, no, literally, the final boss honestly just involves you just shooting a couple of zombies and that's about it. Simple as that.
Do you think I like shooting women? You filthy, whoremongering wretch.
Gracias, señora, que estaba viendo a mi tía que está media desculpada.
Yeah, get out of here. Go on. Go on, get.
Ándale, gracias.
Hello, Mr. Ricketts.
Hello, John. I see you're enjoying another vacation in our little resort.
Something like that.
Well, we got sunshine, sand, and a plague that makes people eat each other. Come to think of it, it must feel just like America to you.
What is going on? I thought things were calmer in Mexico.
This is calm. What's a little like cannibalism among friends? Excuse me. So, how have you been?
Good. Well, apart from my wife and son being tied up and trying to rip my soul clean out of my body, and the entire Earth turning into hell.
Good. Real good. You know, John, I've lived a long life. I've seen this land when it was just wilderness and scrub. I've seen missionaries nailed to crosses by shaman and burn into just the cinders of their misguided devotion. I've seen slaves get set free and return to a bondage even more confusing than the one they left behind. I've seen diseases wipe out entire communities in a weekend. I've seen bad men make their own Valhalla out in the bush, with harems of maidens and the hunting of men as a sport. I've seen men struggle with principles and morals and the very meaning of existence. I've killed all that can be killed. But I've never, in all my natural-born days, seen anything quite like this.
Nor me, sir.
Now, if we could only get something that would attract these blighters, we could kill them faster and maybe return this land to its natural state.
Some kind of bait?
Exactly.
I think I might know how.
And more dynamite. I'm running pretty low.
Let me see what I can do.
Thank you, John. And take care.
So we're gonna just straight up like go to sleep real quick because he keeps it tells us we have to leave for a couple hours and then come back, and it's just like unnecessary. Honestly, if you already have the dynamite, it doesn't really matter if you have the dynamite or not. It's just gonna force you to just come back later.
Mr. Ricketts.
Hello, sir. How have you been?
As you imagine.
Good. Did you get the dynamite?
Yes. And the bait.
Huh. Let's see. Wonderful. Here, let's work with that for a second. This calls for a soft touch. Not the brutish hands of a man of war, but the delicate touch of an artist. Some use oils, and some a chisel and a block of marble. For me, sir, it was always either high explosives or the trigger of a fine iron. But it's much the same.
Sometimes your humility overwhelms me, Ricketts.
You and me both, Mr. Marston. Now, if you'd have seen me when I was a young man, if you'd have seen me when I was so fast, you couldn't see me. Well, then you'd know this is humility. The truth is, well, the truth is long dead. Now we got only memories. Memories and a great swath of demonic mutants, of course.
Have you heard anything?
I heard a man in Chicago was writing a biography of me. And can you believe it? An artist in Pittsburgh painted my portrait.
I mean, the demonic hordes, not your own unending glory.
Oh, that? Nothing too interesting. Someone said that there's some really big problems near Escalera. But I can't concern myself too much with that. This is my home now. This, and this up here.
Take care of yourself.
I will.
I don't think getting savaged by some brainless corpse would do too much justice to your myth.
Yeah, I think you're teasing me, Mr. Marston. But I thank you, and I appreciate your concern nonetheless.
I actually could have teleported here and teleport back to Sister, but you know what? It actually doesn't matter because we're just gonna be running for a couple 30 seconds or something like that.
Easy up now.
If you saw in the background, I didn't notice at first, but there was actually another horse that would look the exact same replica of our horse. Pretty interesting. Never saw that before.
Ay, qué bueno. Senor Marston, how wonderful to see you alive.
I think I've cleared Sepulcro.
You're a brave servant of righteousness.
I've been called many things in my time, but never that. Who is that girl, by the way?
She? I don't know. She said she was in a holy order in Escalera.
I'm sure I keep seeing her. Or someone like her.
Maybe. But it is a common enough look. Seemed like a nice girl. She told me something interesting.
What's that?
She blamed this terrible curse on our soon-to-be president, Abraham Reyes. Perhaps you have heard of him.
Heard of him? I know him well.
I hope that vain, ambitious, and repugnant parasite is no friend of yours.
Not exactly. I didn't think he was that bad.
And who am I to judge? Forgive me. I have just heard many unpleasant stories and met too many pregnant and abandoned girls.
Of course. Well, what has he done?
She claimed he had angered an ancient goddess, disturbed a crypt, and a temple in her honor. I mean, as I say it, it sounds like heresy, like the idiotic delusions of a cursed people. But in a land such as this, I have learned to be less dogmatic than maybe I have been instructed. I am sure it is just folly.
Perhaps. But maybe it's time I go pay El Presidente a visit anyway.
I shall pray for you.
Someone certainly needs to. Goodbye, Mother Superior.
Vaya con Dios, mijo.
So yeah, this is just gonna be a complete soundtrack music combo for a minute until we get there. Enjoy the music.
Skin is harsh like you're surrounded by the living dead. Some kind of curse hanging over your shoulder. I'll haunt you like a specter of regret. The bells are ringing for the end of the line now. Feels like I'm rolling right down the stakes. But I don't care, I can kill anything with a gun and a knife and a crucifix. You can't stop what ain't dead, it's true.
Come on! Whoa, whoa! Senora, Donde es Abraham Reyes? Reyes! Stop that now, Abraham! Come on, stop that.
Evil man!
Stay dead. He always did have a way with the ladies. It's okay. He's dead.
Thank you, senor.
You'll be okay.
I'm glad you think so, but I fear I won't. None of us will. We are all doomed because of him.
Him? He wasn't a great guy, but I'm afraid you're giving him a little too much credit, my dear. Haven't I seen you before?
No. He caused this with his greed and his lust for power. He heard an ancient myth and tested it. It caused all of these terrible things. His vanity overwhelmed us all.
What the hell are you talking about? Where have I seen you?
Me? Oh, I have a common enough face. I'm from here. He disturbed the royal burial grounds that lie underneath the town. He heard there was a mask hidden there that would make him invincible.
I've heard this blamed on Mexicans, Jewish people, freed slaves, the federal government, immigrants, the bad weather, now this. What's wrong with people?
It's true. Look in that chest. He has a sacred mask. That is where this plague came from. Him and his awful lust for power.
Where did you say the crypt was?
Near the bullfighting ring, behind the villa.
Well, I guess it's worth a shot.
Take the mask back to its tomb.
Wait here. It's too dangerous.
You need me. I know.
So for those that don't recognize that girl, she was the lady in one of the cutscenes in the beginning of the game, where she was with a group of people basically, and I think it was Blackwater, I think, that she was with. And then she popped into another cutscene in the Long Trees area. She just keeps appearing throughout the game, basically, until you undo the curse, basically. Because, I guess, long story short, I guess to the lore, that she's probably the lady that was never asked to be woken up. And now the curse is, like, starting. This is what happens if you don't touch shit. This is what happens when you touch shit, basically. You got fucking enemies, like fucking zombies running around here and shit.
No wonder they don't seem to like it.
Or worse, aliens. Aliens and zombies. That would actually be a cool fucking video game. Now thinking about that idea. Zombies and aliens in outer space. Dun dun dun. So I'm actually just using I think I'm actually still using the original shotgun right now at the moment. Am I? Yeah, I am. You have to be careful right here because she'll actually die if you run past the ranchers after you get done killing them. I had to stand still here basically just to avoid that. In my 100% run, I actually accidentally got her killed. Which, it doesn't matter, because it only counts if I'm dying. No deaths only goes to John, and that's it. Other characters don't fucking matter. Who gives a shit about them? If it sends me to a game over screen, then the run is not over. It just means that the other characters just straight up died, and I did not pay attention to them, keeping them alive, honestly. Or I just failed at something random, basically. The game's title screen just says that John dies, that means that I failed, and for some unknown reason I forgot to go kill this guy. So yeah, here we are for the final boss. Even though this is not fucking boss. It's just a whole fucking kill zombie and just get it over with, blah blah blah. Shit. Snipe this guy. Snipe that guy. I actually played it like fast and loose here, I think. Because I was just so quick and lazy enough to just try to get this over with. And I almost risked getting myself killed, of course, apparently. Man, I played it really ballsy. This was like probably the first no save, no death run I'd done. Where I played it like really ballsy and very dirty. And not clean. I did not take my time doing this shit, didn't I? Not one bit at all. Anywho.
Return the mask.
But yeah, that's it. That's the game.
Are you sure?
Thank you all for watching.
Of course I'm sure.
How do you know?
My name is Ayotioto.
Ayotioto.
A horse is waiting for you. You should return home.
But yeah, that was it. I think that's the first time, and forever, that somebody has gotten a no save, no death run. To my knowledge, that's kind of the first time, because I've done research and I've seen no one giving off strategies or routes for this at all. So I think this is just going to probably be considered the first no save, no death run of this. Yes.
John? There you are. Hell, whenever trouble starts, I can pretty much guarantee you'll ride off into the sunset.
You feeling better?
Yes. I mean, once that boy stopped trying to bite me, everything felt much better. I'm starving, though.
Jack?
Me? I only felt better once that mad look left your eye. Please, Dad, don't leave me here alone with that woman again.
Excuse me?
I'll try not to, son.
I've heard that before.
Well, let me fix us something to eat.
Please don't. We've had enough dramatics for one day.
So yeah, plot twist. John becomes the undead. That was it. I tell you. Stay tuned for the 100% run.